Yo, yo, yo. Let's chat about El Chapo. What's up? How we doing? How you been? How you doing? How you been? How's your mother? This right here is the Social Media Sucks Scope. I'm your host, Sebastian Rusk. Hey, welcome to the Scope. Where you coming in from? Let me know where you're coming in from. Pedro, what up, Pedro? What up, talent expert? How we doing? How we been? My name's Sebastian Rusk. I'm the host of this Scope. It's called the Social Media Sucks Scope. We're talking about brands, news, happenings that suck and don't suck. Breaking news that just happened just now, at least just now as I read it. Mexican drug lord, head of $1 billion drug ring in Mexico, has broken out of prison with a 1 mile tunnel underneath the ground. And the prison and all the prison officials are supposed to check for x-ray stuff on an hourly basis. So everyone's trying to figure what's really going on out here, because dudes don't just bounce out of a prison, and especially after you've already broken out once. So he not only broke out, but he also took to Twitter. Yo, what up, talent expert from Vegas? How you doing? What kind of talent are you an expert in? Because I got a couple 2-3 acts here. Let's connect for sure, if we haven't already. At Seb Rusk. My name's Sebastian Rusk. This right here, this is episode 8 of the Social Media Sucks Scope. I get on in the morning for morning motivation. I get on whenever there's something relevant. Sometimes it pertains to stuff we're doing with Social Buzz TV, like Real Estate Buzz. We were buzzing it up on Saturday. So thanks for joining me, everyone. If you like the broadcast, you just tap on the screen, and that creates a bunch of hearts, and it just looks cooler. I haven't really solved what the hearts are doing, but I want to talk about the power of Twitter real quick, because people, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have plenty of energy. If you could bottle me up, and sell me, we'd all be millionaires. Getting a little photo bomb from my boy Gaping Void right here, who just draws and decorates all the tech world at Gaping Void. Check him out. I'm going to steal a quote from my boy Gary Vaynerchuk when he says, Twitter is the most powerful website on the planet. Hands down. The most powerful website on the planet. Why? Because news breaks instantly. You no longer have to look for news and information. It comes directly to us via our fingertips and on Twitter. You know that all the major news, television networks, the major newsrooms are just sifting. They got teams constantly just studying the stream of Twitter. Why? Because news breaks there first. That's why. We knew we had Bin Laden on Twitter before we knew we had him on CNN. Because that's just how we do it. So a lot of people tell me, I don't use Twitter. I hate Twitter. You know why? Because you don't understand Twitter. If you understood Twitter, that'd be great. First timer. Okay, so all you got to do is tap the screen. Tap like crazy right on the screen. There you go. Just tap like crazy, and they start flying all up. What up, ZJunk99? ZJunk99. I believe I saw Mr. Damian Zamora. I believe he joined our scope here. Mr. Go Mobile himself. Out in Southern California, Costa Mesa to be specific. He's getting his Periscope game on. Yo, what up, Costa Properties. If you're a realtor, Costa Properties, I got something for you. Real Estate Buzz just dropped, and we're buzzing it up. We're Periscoping it up. We're HD videoing it up. We are helping you tell the story of your properties and your listings that you're trying to get to market, you're trying to get sold, etc. So, what up from St. Paul? What up? Saludos de Mexico. What up, Mexico? How you doing? Hey, welcome from Miami. I'm in Little Havana. I wanted to hop on and get today's show rocking and rolling here. Episode 8 of the Social Media Sucks Scope. If you're wondering who the heck I am, my name's Sebastian Rusk. I am the host of this scope. I'm also a social media strategist, and I wrote a book called Social Media Sucks If You Don't Know What You're Doing. Wanted to hop on with this recent news of El Chapo taunting the Mexican government that he's out and about. It's a Twitter account that is investors cool. They like to see some buzz too. So let's connect either way. Send me a tweet at Seb Rusk. By the way, if you swipe to the right, you can share this with all of your Twitter followers and all of your Periscope followers. That's fine and dandy. If you didn't know that, you know now. Just swipe to the right and click share if you enjoy what you're watching. But if you want to send me a tweet, or you want to tweet someone else during the broadcast, you can also swipe to the right, hit share, and then just clear out everything that's on the text there. Instead of I'm watching the Periscope live because you've already shared that, just clear that text out and send me a tweet at Seb Rusk and whatever you want to say. That way we can stay connected. Sometimes I put the phone down just for a second right here so I can so I can hop on in case anybody's tweeting me in real time. If you're tweeting me in real time, send it right here. You got that down? Get it? Got it? Good. Hashtag the more you know. Absolutely. So, I don't know if it's El Chapo that took to Twitter. It's probably his son Ivan, what I'm reading from the article here. I'm actually going to tweet this article out right now because it was very in-depth. It shows, I'm going to show you in a second here. So let me tweet this out real quick. Hashtag social media sucks. Follow me at Seb Rusk. That way you know exactly. And keep tapping the screen. Share this with your people. They need to know. They need to better understand about Twitter, the power of Twitter. It's not just for celebrities and people of notoriety. It's for you right now because as Twitter continues to expand, and it will, it has not slowed down since its launch. I think I joined in 2008, maybe 2009. And I'm tweeting this article out via Mail Online, at Mail Online, which is dailymail.co.uk. So anyhow, Twitter's extremely powerful. Why? Because it breaks news instantaneously. If you build the correct community, and you can also let me give you a couple reasons. We're just going to do a little Twitter 101 on how this is all going down with how it works and why it's important. Yeah, that's what he likes to talk about. That's his whole beef with Mexico and whatever, the challenge and what he's going to do, etc. So again, this is not a scope to discuss the political parties involved with all of this. It's all a dog and pony show. Everyone's all just punking everybody. So yes, there's been some offensive stuff that's said, and he's lost a ton of large partnerships. But he's going to do what he's going to do. I remain in the middle. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I try to figure out what issues mean the most to me and are the most relevant and important to myself and my family, and then I vote for the candidate if and when that opportunity presents itself. But I do vote. But I'm not saying I'm not, I'm like, I've met Trump several times. He's here every year for the golf tournament, for the WGC. For now, I don't know if that's going to get pulled or not, but for now it's happening. And I've met him a couple of times. Nice guy. Again, I can't judge. I don't have lunch with him and hang out with him. I've just met him and his team, and he's just gone bananas on this, this publicity tour as president. So, in any event, El Chapo not only taunted the Mexican government, but he also, how can you get more local followers in Jacksonville for real estate? Well, first of all, send me a tweet because I want to connect with you and talk about your Jacksonville real estate, and I want to talk about real estate buzz and Periscope and how that all ties in. But number one. Number two, find people in Jacksonville. If you go to search.twitter.com, okay, search.twitter.com, that's the most powerful website on the planet. You can search for zip code, demographics. If a tweet is positive or negative, it is the most powerful website on the planet to be able to find information. So I would go find Jacksonville, find relevant words that pertain to people that you would want to connect with. Look for large real estate companies that have large followings. Go follow all those people. Interact with all of this information is readily available on Twitter. If you wanted to go find every single person that followed Social Buzz TV or myself, you can do that. And chances are, if you follow them, they're going to follow you back. No, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. So remember, it's a consistency game. Let's work on our big words, consistency game. And if you get on Twitter and you start looking and utilizing, what's up, Ron LeGrant, make sure you send me a tweet. And I want to, maybe that's Casapan. Are we still there? I got a phone call, so hopefully we're still there. Okay. Sorry about that. Oops. Let's see if we can get, do not disturb on here. Are we still rolling? You guys still there? Somebody say something. No? Somebody? Anybody? Tap the screen? Some hearts? Okay, cool. I got a phone call. I don't know how that works when you have a phone call. I was like, oh, do not disturb. I don't know. Yeah, you have a phone call that hashtag smartphone problems. Anybody have any idea? Should I put it on do not disturb or however that works? So, anyhow, Twitter, search.twitter.com. Bottom line is the scope isn't really to talk about El Chapo and just Donald Trump. I mean, the obvious is that Donald Trump's doing whatever he's doing to run for president, and El Chapo just got out of prison, broke out of prison, not got out, broke out. Big difference. For the second time, is it an inside job? They're bringing 18 prison guards in. The bottom line is the guy's now out, and somebody is taunting the Mexican government and sending death threats to Trump via Twitter from El Chapo's account. That just goes to prove that Twitter is that powerful, that you can have a criminal at large send a tweet out to communicate to the world what his point of view is, or, whatever his, thought process is. It's only going to get bigger and bigger. You're going to find that your your social media strategy, your social media outlets are going to become your social. It's going to become, 18 prison guards that they brought in, like seriously, to start questioning. And it's a mile long, and this tunnel looks like you brought a construction crew in, and it ended up in like this perfect house with clothes in a box ready to go. Yeah. Something's really going on, but we're not here to play Inspector Gadget. I just wanted to shed some light on the fact that Twitter is, hands down, the most powerful website on the planet. Is Damian Zamora in the room? Damian Zamora in the room. Go Mobile. Damian Zamora, if he's not, somebody get him in the room at Go Mobile, just like it sounds, at Go Mobile. Thanks. There's a method to my madness. Anyhow, the method to the madness is that I used to work for Damien 15 years ago in California. He's one of my best friends now and mentors, and guy just crushes it with his company Go Mobile out in Southern California. And we always have a conversation on why Twitter is relevant or not relevant for Damien. And I'm like, you're the face of the brand and you're the CEO. You need to be given a peek behind the curtain. You need to be breaking news. You need to be having a special community, that niche little Damian Zamora club via Twitter that you can do that everyone wants access to. He's got like 2,000 reps worldwide. People want access to him. He makes all the announcements for the company. They sell mobile products and tools for small businesses, apps, websites, etc., to be able to have their sales force go out and sell. And he's the face of that. They do webinars and all kinds of really cool stuff. So stay tuned. There'll be a Periscope webinar coming up, right, Damien? Send Damien a tweet and tell him you want to see Sebastian give a Periscope webinar to his Go Mobile people. He'll like to see that. He'll like to follow you too, because if you follow Damien, then he'll start to be a little bit more of a believer. But here's the deal. Speaking of being a believer pertaining to Twitter, I'm not here to convince you otherwise. My boy Gary Vee said in 2008 at the Web.0 conference, they were saying, Gary, how do we get people interested in Twitter? How do we get people using Twitter? He's like, we don't. The longer we have all of this to ourselves, the better off it's going to be. So if you're not on Twitter, you probably are, because you're on Periscope. Excuse me. If your clients, the people you associate yourself with, friends, family, etc., are not on Twitter, or maybe you're just on Twitter just because it's Twitter, right? Got to be on there. Maybe it's because of that, or you're on it because you need to be on Periscope. You got to have a Twitter account to be on Periscope. You ain't scoping with no Twitter account. So anyhow, that's my advice for Twitter. If you're looking for, if you're in sales, Twitter should be your best friend. You should be searching for, you should be keeping a close eye on your competition. You should be finding people you want to talk to. Twitter has abolished the gatekeeper. You no longer have to ask for permission to speak to somebody. I got booked for a gig to the tune of $10,000 last November because I was able to find a sponsored tweet about an event, then locate the CEO, then tweet him. Then we found out we had a mutual friend, and they booked me on the spot because of Twitter, because I was active on it. So anyhow, yeah, so if you're just joining this, maybe you're just watching the replay again, El Chapo broke out of prison. He's at large right now. They don't know if it's an inside job, but somebody's got a Twitter account. It could be an inside job, too, that he's tweeting out the Mexican government and taunting them and sending out death threats to Trump, etc. Again, Twitter is powerful if the word has traveled that quick based on him taking to Twitter. I think it was actually yesterday he may have taken to Twitter. So anyhow, my name's Sebastian Rusk. This is the Social Media Sucks Scope, episode number 8, talking about the power of Twitter, emphasizing and showing and illustrating why it's so powerful with this whole El Chapo, Mexican government, Donald Trump running for president deal. So, in any event, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for sharing all this information. If you guys have any questions, send me a tweet at SebRusk, at SEBRUSK. Email address is srusk@socialbuzztv.com. I don't know if that comes out backwards or how that comes out. I'm a social media strategist. I wrote a book called Social Media Sucks. If I can be of a resource to you, help you out with anything, answer you any questions, answer you any questions right here. If I can answer any questions for you, please don't hesitate to reach out either via email or Twitter. Find me on Facebook, whatever the case may be. The goal of this show is to empower, motivate, and help you better understand what's really going on with social media. Some of the stuff sucks, some of the stuff doesn't suck. Hey, thanks a ton for sharing this. If you're watching the replay, you can still share this too. Send me a tweet. I love to interact with you. Maybe you got show ideas. Maybe that. What do you want to talk about? Some stuff that sucks? Hey, I'm always looking for ideas. Send me a tweet at SebRusk or drop me an email, srusk@socialbuzztv.com. Hey, I'm Sebastian Rusk, host of the Social Media Sucks Scope. This has been episode 8, and I'm signing off here from the Social Media Sucks studio in downtown Miami. I'll talk to you tomorrow.